Hello there guys and welcome back to Blues Fans TV and welcome back to another Premier League match preview of mine as Chelsea are finally back after this stupid international break is finally over. No more international breaks until March of next year and the Premier's back. And I'm super excited for it. As Chelsea are to take on Newcastle United tomorrow, with the early kickoff at 12:30 p.m. UK time. And, I'm excited for it. We're going to St James's Park. It's a difficult one. It's a very difficult match. One, because of the opponent, but two, because of the circumstances playing at 12:30 lunchtime on Saturday after every but 4 players in the squad were out on international duty. And the questions are, did we pick up any injuries? Why was Timo Werner not pictured in training yesterday? And can Chelsea still get the 3 points? Stick around for all of that, plus my predicted 11 and much more. But before getting into the rest of the video, do be sure to subscribe to Blues Fans TV if you haven't already. That'd be massively appreciated. And of course, smash that like button if you do enjoy our content. If you want to make me happy, it cheers me up. And, it helps us push these videos out to more people. And of course, also don't forget to subscribe to my personal channel, to which the link is down in the description. Or if you click the I button up there, I do videos even though we're doing an international break, but usually just a day after every single Chelsea game, taking a real deep dive, a proper deep analysis of every single Chelsea game. And I don't think you want to miss out on that, so please be sure to subscribe and check those videos out. That'd be massively appreciated. And just lastly, before getting into the video, finally, let me shout out our sponsors and do pre-order Football Manager 21 with the link in the description and get 10% off using the code BluesFansTV. And also, if you want to order any of the new Chelsea kits, make sure you use the other link down in the description below and use our promo code READY for up to 30% off selected items. But that's it with that. And now, as always, I guess, let's just get into the video and start it off. We're talking about, I guess, the team news that Frank Lampard provided in this pre-match press conference, which somewhat surprisingly took place yesterday on Thursday. But he did confirm that Christian Pulisic is still, not fit to play. Lampard described the injury as a bit of a problematic one. They kind of don't seem to be 100% sure how much longer he's going to be out for, although reports do suggest that the American is likely to be out for another 2 weeks or so. Alongside him, Kai Havertz has finally now recovered from the certain thing that we're not meant to, mention on YouTube. But of course, missed 2 weeks of training and only just started individual fitness work on the pitch again. If you're out for 2 full weeks, can't really do much because you're ill, then obviously that will set you back fitness-wise quite a bit. So he's very unlikely to start, but he could very much so be on the bench. And of course, Thiago Silva, who literally just landed back in London from international duty with Brazil yesterday on Thursday afternoon, is likely to be rested again like he was after the last international break. Other than that, Lampard couldn't really tell us much because he hadn't even seen most of the players by the time he gave the press conference, and a lot of them hadn't taken their tests yet. Only Ben Chilwell, he did speak about really, who did, as most of you probably will know, pick up a back problem during England's game against Belgium, I'm pretty sure it was. But thankfully, he seems to be all good again. He was training with England again. He was training with Chelsea yesterday. And he was even on the bench in England's last game against Iceland, even though he didn't come on. So he is likely to be fit for tomorrow. And let's hope everyone else is fit. But Timo Werner, who played for Germany on Tuesday against Spain when they got battered 6-0. But they played on Tuesday, not on Wednesday. And him not being pictured in training does seem like a bit of a deja vu like we had with Kai Havertz, when he picked up the certain thing. He wasn't, pictured in training, and then on match day we found out what the situation was. So hopefully that isn't the case for Timo, and let's just hope Werner can play. But just so you guys know, there is a chance that is what's happening. It could just as much be that, he had to wait for his test results to come back, and that's why he didn't train. So let's not be too concerned for the time being, but just, like I said, just to let you know that there is a chance of that being the case. But that was really it from the press conference, with all of the important parts, other than Frank Lampard again pushing for 5 substitutions in the Premier League as well, after the Championship in England also introduced it now. But with all of that information, let's now get into the teams that I myself would field, which you will see on this side of the screen, and then my predicted 11 for tomorrow's game. As for my team at the back 5, I think we're all pretty sure about 4 of them. Edouard Mendy in goal, Kurt Zouma at centre-back, Ben Chilwell at left-back if he is fit to play, and Reece James at right-back. But who will be the other centre-back, with Thiago Silva almost certainly not being involved in this game? You guys know that I'm not his biggest fan, but even I myself would, I think, go for Antonio Rudiger actually. Like I said, especially on a specific video on my channel after the Sheffield United game. Again, check it out, click the link up there. I think there is actually a chance that Chelsea could win the Premier League this season, especially with the amount of injuries that Liverpool have at the moment. So I'm not taking any chances no more. I'm not taking any chances. Tomori hasn't played enough to just be thrown in there, in my opinion. Yes, he was good when he came on against Liverpool after Christensen was sent off. But I'm not taking chances. He hasn't played. He hasn't played during the international break. He wasn't with any under-21s, under-23 side, or with the main team of the first team of England. And Christensen, well, I don't really know about him. Of course, he played for Denmark, but still. Rudiger played 2 of the games for Germany, but not in the 6-0 against Spain because he was suspended for that game. So I think he's probably the best option next to Kurt Zouma. And assuming that Kai Havertz won't start, now that we're coming to the midfield, after Kovacic impressed in both Chelsea's last game and then with Croatia as well, scoring 2 goals against Portugal, even though they ended up losing the game 3-2. I think the midfield 3, and of course still a 4-3-3 formation, you guys should know by this point that that's what I go for. I think the midfield 3 should stay the same, with N'Golo Kante as the deepest of the 3, Mateo Kovacic to his right and Mason Mount to their left as, I guess, the 2 attacking number 8s, if you will. And then coming to the front 3, well, they would also stay the same from the Sheffield United game before the international break. You know, if Timo Werner can play, it's him on the left, Hakim Ziyech on the right, and Tammy Abraham up front. We don't have Christian Pulisic still, and, you know, it worked. You know, as much as I still don't think Timo Werner is perfectly suited to play on the wing, especially when the opponent sits deep, it's working. He's getting goals, Tammy's getting goals, so why would you change that? To be honest, you know, that is my team on this side of the screen, and to be a bit boring today, I'm actually pretty sure that Lampard will go for that exact same thing. You know, of course, Frank will go for that exact team like he did against Sheffield United, other than Antonio Rudiger instead of Thiago Silva. But enough about the teams, you know, those are the 2 teams, my team and my predicted 11. Let's talk about the game itself. And Chelsea don't have the best away record at St James's Park, but like I said already, I think we might be fighting for a Premier League title this season. So we need to go there and win. There's no 2 questions about it. We need to go there and win. When you're going for the title, playing well becomes less important. It's all about winning, whether it's ugly and dirty or beautiful like it was against the Blades before the international break. It just matters that we win. But other than the first 10 minutes of that game, I want to see the exact same things as we saw against the Blades, against Sheffield United before the break. The movement was for once finally incredible. This is what I've been begging for 2 seasons pretty much. Even during most of Mauricio Sarri's game, I was just saying, please guys, move more. The passing was also quick. The runs were good, most of them. And there was understanding there. The intensity was perfect as well, other than, like I said already, the first 10 minutes. But a big difference will, of course, be that Thiago Silva will likely be missing the game. So we need to be 100% on it and concentrated throughout the game. And that goes for every single player, but especially the defense and goalie. If we do that and the above, we're going to win. I'm pretty sure of that. One thing I would like to see improved actually from that Sheffield United game is the understanding between Timo Werner and Hakim Ziyech. Too many times Ziyech whipped that ball over to the left and Timo Werner failed to make that run necessary. So if he does play, or even if it's Hudson on the other side, I need them, whoever the left winger ends up being, to make those runs so Hakim Ziyech can find them with those, you know, whip balls over to the left that they run onto. Because, you know, that's where we can use their pace. Regardless of how deep the opposition sits, you need to make those runs. And too many times against Sheffield United, you ended up seeing Timo Werner like looking over to Ziyech, oh, sorry, you know, should have run, didn't. Or, you know, ran too early, ran too late. We need to get a bit more communication in there, but I'm sure that will come even if it doesn't come tomorrow. But hey, you know, if it comes tomorrow already, we'll be even more likely to win. And of course, you know, it will be down to us to break them down. And, you know, exactly those balls back in Ziyech will play a big part in breaking a deep sitting opponent down, because that's exactly what Newcastle will do. But now, before this video gets too long, let's talk about our opponent, Newcastle. And, you know, the Magpies currently sit in 13th on 11 points from 8 games with 3 wins, 2 draws and 3 defeats. So they've had a pretty good season so far, to be honest, especially beating Everton not long ago and getting 1-1 draws with Wolves and Tottenham are good results. But they also lost 4-1 to Man United and 3-1 to Brighton at home, showing that it is certainly possible to beat them even quite comfortably. Frank Lampard was actually asked a very interesting question during the press conference yesterday. Is it, for example, going to Newcastle for Chelsea, where we've always struggled quite a bit? Even the last 2 seasons we lost there. Well, no, actually 2 seasons ago we didn't, but 3 seasons ago we lost there 3-0 on the Kante. But, you know, he was asked, is it actually an advantage there not being any fans for that game? And he said he isn't sure. I think it actually might be. Surprisingly, Newcastle haven't actually scored from set-piece plays as such, because they have scored from a direct free kick and from 3 penalties, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, still not to underestimate them, but surprisingly, they haven't actually scored from, you know, crosses into the box from corners or set pieces, I guess. And they're in general a bit of a strange team in that they have the lowest amount of shots on target of any team in the league, but they've still scored significantly more than some teams in the league. So that is a bit of a strange one. You could say they're clinical, even if they don't create a lot, but they do actually face quite a few injury problems at the moment. Their main goalkeeper, Martin Dubravka, is out. Same goes for their main danger man, Callum Wilson, but also Jonjo Shelvey, Matt Ritchie, Almiron, who returned back from international duty very late on Thursday night, and a few others. While Ryan Fraser will definitely miss the game, and maybe there's a couple of others that I've even missed. So they do face a lot of injury problems, but all in all, they're still a good team and not to be underestimated in the slightest. And a team that have gotten impressive results already this season, and a team that can be very, very dangerous, especially with Alain Saint-Maximin, if you want to pronounce it the French way, and Callum Wilson, if he is fit. They do have dangerous players, and they do have players that we definitely need to look out for. And in some games, hey, as much as they sit back, some games they have really good defensive games. It will be difficult, but at the end of the day, we're Chelsea Football Club. And at least I'm saying we're fighting for the Premier League title. Some other fans might be, Frank Lampard might not, even though some of the players do think that as well. So, I say we're expected to go there and win, even if it will be very difficult, especially because it's the furthest trip that, we can take within England, and the early kickoff tomorrow as well, after almost all of our players were out on international duty. It makes it very difficult, but I'm confident in this team at the moment. I'm confident that these players can get the job done, and hey, I have to be. I can't be running around saying I think we might fight for the Premier League title. I'm not saying we're going to win it. I'm saying we're going to be in the fight, which I didn't expect before the start of the season. And I can't say those things and then predict to us to drop points against Newcastle, no matter how difficult the circumstances are. So I think we're going to win. And surprise, surprise, I'm going to go for another 2-0 prediction. I don't know how many times I'm predicting a 2-0 win this season, but hey, it's worked well so far, even though I don't think we've ever actually won 2-0. But hey, I'll go for it anyway. Let's see what happens. And that's really been it for me. Of course, guys, just one last time, I guess, like I said in the beginning already, do be sure to subscribe to Blues Fans TV if you haven't already. That'd be massively appreciated. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video. That'd be brilliant from yourselves as well. And of course, like I said already as well, make sure to subscribe to my personal channel. The link to it is down in the description, as well as my Twitter, by the way. Follow me over there. But, I mentioned it in the beginning already, but all the deep dive, all the deep analysis, the proper deep analysis of every single Chelsea game the day after over on my channel. So if you don't want to miss out on that, please be sure to subscribe. Check out those videos. That'd be massively appreciated. And just lastly, before I end it here, let me shout out our sponsors one last time. Do pre-order Football Manager 21 with the link down in the description. Can't talk anymore, and get 10% off using the code BluesFansTV. And also, if you want to order any of the new Chelsea gear, make sure you use the other link down in the description below and use our promo code READY for up to 30% off selected items. But to be honest, guys, that has really been it for me. I really do appreciate every single one of you that has tuned in. Really excited for the game tomorrow, even though I'm a bit nervous, but I'm still really excited for it. Let's hope Timo Werner is fine and able to play. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Up to Chelsea, and I'll see you when I see you.